Hello and welcome to Guns and Gear. I'd like to start this video off with a little bit of a personal note and say once again thank you to all the folks that have reached out to me through PMs, through comments on my videos and things of that nature, and basically asked me how am I doing, what am I doing, am I ever coming back to YouTube? Well, I looked on my channel and it had been quite a while since I posted a video, more than 2 months, and in that video I was explaining that I hadn't been on YouTube very much, and they had some changes going on, had to make some adjustments, and I have, and I'm sort of getting settled into a different or new type of normal, and that's going to allow me to manage my time a little bit better for some of the things that I enjoy. And yes, one of those things is YouTube. I am still a fan of YouTube. There's a lot of channels that I miss keeping up with, that I look forward to spend more time watching their videos, and I like being a part of that community of folks that post videos on YouTube, and the interaction that goes along with that. So once again, thank you. Now I'd like to get into the meat and potatoes of this video, and that's talking a little bit about concealed carry. I know it's a subject that I've talked about a little bit on videos here on my channel. I've done some videos where I put a bunch of guns on the table to show different sizes and things of that nature, and I love those bunch of guns on the table videos because I just love talking about firearms in general. But in this video, what I thought I would do is talk a little bit about mindset, a little bit about some things that I learned early on that has really served me well. There's a lot of internet experts out there, and I don't consider myself one of those folks, but on the subject like concealed carry, well, I got my first concealed carry permit 29 years ago, and if nothing else, I've spent a good period of time in that saddle, so to speak, and I've learned a lot of things. One of the key things is the importance of quality instruction. Is something that my father insisted upon. As I was young, I actually started taking classes well before I was old enough to have my first concealed carry permit. And I have taken them right on up to now. I think that it's vital for anyone who's made a decision to include a firearm in their defensive plan for themselves and their family. And concealed carry is a part of that. Now, having said that, I also learned a great deal from my father, and I was very lucky to have him for a resource for so many years of my life. And I'll share with you one of the things that he told me that has really served me well. And that is, there's a lot of things that you consider when you're choosing a firearm for defense. First of all, you need to figure out exactly the purpose. Is it going to be more of a home defense gun, or maybe like now I'm on a camping trip with Tank somewhere around here, and may have a little bit of double duty to go along with just being a defensive firearm. And there he goes. So you have to consider that, the size of the gun, the different characteristics of the firearm, the caliber, the capacity, and all these things come into play. The mode of operation, the reputation for dependability of the particular firearm. And when you sit there and you consider all those things, my father always told me this. He said, take a really hard look at that gun and ask yourself a question that only you can answer, and that is that the gun that you want to have with you when the lives of your family are at stake, when you find yourself in that life or death situation. Now, I've shot competition and I've had a lot of training and things of that nature, and one of the things that you learn, especially from the training, concealed carry training, is when you are taking some of the beginner courses, you will see a broad variety of sizes and calibers and things of that nature. But as you get through intermediate and getting into advanced training, you start to see less and less of that variety, and you start to see people trying to carry larger firearms because they have learned that those firearms are more capable in their hands. Now I know that there's a lot of folks out there that have a line of thought that just having a gun is all that you need. Matter of fact, I've been told that many times. There's a little saying that goes, first rule of a gunfight is to have a gun. And I don't disagree with that. I'm sure there's many situations where just being able to produce a firearm will make the bad guys go scurrying into the shadows, and you have saved the day. And there are other people that'll go even a step further and say, hey, look, no matter what the caliber is, no one wants to get shot, And I can't speak for everyone, but I know that I don't want to get shot. I don't care if it's a 22 or a daggone BB gun. Some of these air rifles they have nowadays are downright lethal. And the fact of the matter is, all self-contained cartridge handguns are lethal. Whether it's a little 5-shot 22 North American Arms gun that you can just put in your pocket and loose change takes up more room, or the pocket 380s that a lot of people like and they carry, all the way up to service-size firearms like a 1911 or like the gun that I'm carrying now, as a matter of fact, which is a service-size firearm. It is a Smith & Wesson M&P 40. Okay, this is a full-size gun, and this is a gun that I happen to be carrying. I've always gravitated towards larger firearms because I learned early on I can shoot them better, and I want to have every advantage that I can have if I should find myself in that life or death struggle. And that's really the message of this video. I don't mean to insult folks that carry maybe the pocket 380 or maybe a little 38 snub nose, pocket carry or something like that, or the North American Arms. I'm not suggesting that those firearms can't kill. I know that some people have said to me, I'll have my little, whatever the case may be, small gun in my pocket when your big 1911 or your big gun is locked up in the safe. And well, for me that's simply not true, because I've always carried larger firearms. Now I have a little 380 that I carry as a backup. I got a little pocket, I got a little 38 snub nose Smith & Wesson, and I got a Colt Detective Special that I carry mostly as backups. Because I've gotten used to, over the years, carrying that larger firearm. And I've had to make some sacrifices in wardrobe and things of that nature, and that kind of goes along with carrying a firearm. But it's the training that has taught me that those were good decisions and those were sacrifices that need to be made. And so, along with considering a firearm and whether or not you want to have that firearm with you when you're in a life or death struggle to save the lives of your family and yourself, that I would say again how important good quality instruction is. Seek that out, and then after you seek that out, you will come back home and you'll need to train and practice to build the skill sets that give you every advantage that you could possibly have. Because I really feel like that's vital for those of us who have chosen to carry a firearm. So with that, folks, I'd like to say thank you for watching my videos. I certainly appreciate it. And remember to shoot straight on the range and in life. Thanks.